Hi.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
That's not our theme song.
That's my jam.
That's not our theme song.
That is my jam.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Video Game Losers here on VGLosers.com, part of the Pop Culture Network. As always, I'm your co-host, Dirt, along with my other cohort,
Lord Killing.
See, I'm the co-host, you're the cohort.
What does that
See how
mean?
that works? I don't know.
What kind of ranking system is that?
I'm not sure exactly. I think I saw it on a news show somewhere, so obviously it means something.
First on the leaderboard.
So, all right, guys.
That guy.
Today, of course, we've got for you some video game news that we'll be discussing. Then we've got a whole gaggle of video game releases that Killen's going to go over. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to finish it out with the fan corner. And I think, all in all, we've got enough stuff that we... segment 3 is pretty much just going to be fan corner. I don't think there's really anything extra we're going to be discussing in that section there.
Really?
On top of everything.
Well,
yeah, because we got enough stuff. There's a bunch of... I mean, we don't want this to be a 4-hour show.
I don't want to get into it, but fine. We'll do it that way.
Huh. Well, you gotta get going, right?
Yep. Leaving for New York Toy Fair.
Even though you'll be coming back from Toy Fair when this airs, but you're actually
I'll be
leaving.
Home. I'm coming home. New Toy Fair.
Yeah. We're recording this in advance, of course. He's going to Toy Fair, which you've seen, which you know, because you've been following our website, popculturenetwork.com, this whole past weekend, right?
Yep.
So, let's get into some of the video game news. First up, Double Fine went on Kickstarter. They were looking for about $400,000 to start a new point-and-click adventure game. And they figured if people are willing to plunk down money on Kickstarter, they can get enough people to fulfill their budgetary needs. They can go ahead and make the game and send it out to everybody. So basically, you can donate $1 if you want to. But if you donate at least $15, you will get a download of the game on Steam. And then that way they can pretty much ensure that they've got the crowd that they need in order to break even on the game. Well, they opened it up on Kickstarter, and it took them about 8 hours to get the $400,000 that they needed.
Holy crap.
They still have about a month to go in their original window, and they've already passed the $1 million mark. They've said that they're going to do a documentary behind the scenes of making the game and how they go through all of the processes, and that will some of the extra money will go for paying for the documentary. But they said any other money beyond that will go right back into the game. So basically, their $400,000 point-and-click adventure is now a $1 million point-and-click adventure, and it still has a month to go.
I wonder how much money how many people is working on it, and if there's just some guy collecting a big old fat check. Thanks guys, you're going to pay for me to sit around for the next couple months.
I don't know. It's going to be the prettiest point-and-click adventure, probably. But I threw in some cash. I'll be getting a download, so we'll be all right. All right, next up. MLB 2K12. If you're a big fan of MLB 2K12, you can just go out and buy the game if you want to. But if you pay an extra $10 for a combo pack, you'll be able to also get NBA 2K12.
Wow. So
you can get MLB and NBA 2K12 for an extra $10. So
that seems
like they're really trying to give it away.
I don't like sports games, so to me that's like, oh great, more money to waste. But if I did like it, that's actually the first time they did something.
Well, and the funny thing for me is that it's baseball and basketball. Basketball I can watch in general. I don't particularly care for it. I don't care for sports, but I can kind of watch basketball. I hate playing the games though. If any sports game I'm going to get into, it's generally football.
Yeah. And
I can play a lot of football games. So it's like, oh, they're going to give me the two that I really want least out of...
I mean, let's be honest. There's no NBA Jam there.
That is true. That is true.
Or some arch rivals.
Oh, side note. Mark Trammell from NBA Jam, I just found out today, he works at Zynga. The people who do Farmville and Mafia Wars and everything. He was one of the designers for NBA Jam. He was one of the codes you could put in, and you could play as him on your Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Fun fact.
Huh. Trivia for you.
Did you get that on your Snapple?
Wow. Yeah, it was underneath the cap, actually. All right. Up next, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 gets another Mega Man who's not really Mega Man. People were upset before that they got the fat guy Mega Man from the box art. They've now announced that Zero will actually get a Mega Man costume. So you can play as Zero, who looks like the right Mega Man, but he's still not actually Mega Man in the game. So people are like, yeah, aw, yay.
Whatever.
People like Mega Man. He's got fans. Mega Man has fans. He's got a posse.
Whatever.
A posse.
I'm over it.
Fruit Ninja. We've talked about Fruit Ninja before. Fruit Ninja getting toys. Fruit Ninja. Everybody makes fun of Fruit Ninja, of course, because it's the game where you swipe your finger and you slice the fruit that's flying through the air. Well, they made a version of Fruit Ninja for Kinect on the Xbox, and it has already surpassed 500,000 downloads. And these are paid downloads. This is not like free demos and whatnot. 500,000 people have actually paid money to download Fruit Ninja for the Kinect on the 360.
Whatever.
But they still don't have it on the PS3. So I can't stand there with my Move controller and swipe at the fruit. But I can do it with Kinect.
That's a lot of work, man. Damn that Wii for bringing exercise into gaming.
I hate fruit as much as the next guy. But to pay money to virtually slice it up just doesn't really work for me. PlayStation 3 gets a firmware update to 4.10. The big news is that the PlayStation Network has disappeared, and it is replaced now by the Sony Entertainment Network. So instead of PSN, it's now SEN. So it's SEN, which seems like a bad idea, but, you know, whatever. But the big news beyond that, actually, is kind of tucked away if you weren't really paying attention. They updated the web browser. The web browser actually loads faster. It handles complex layouts fine now. It actually looks really nice on a high-definition TV. Still has some problems with videos. There's no HTML5 or anything like that, but it can handle Flash and loads, most things okay. Things like YouTube, Facebook, whatever, seem to run without a problem. So, actually, kind of nice, you know.
Well, I did that update, and I didn't even...
You didn't even notice that it had that?
I was like, I got to update again. There's nothing worse about turning your PS3 on when you just want to do something real quick and you got to go, great.
Yeah, because you can't get online without doing the update.
You can't do anything.
You can play a game. But, barely. But you can't do anything online. So.
Yeah, super suck.
All right, Starhawk, talking about PlayStation 3. Starhawk will be coming soon. It's actually a really great game. Starhawk, they've been doing beta demos of it, since December. But they've announced that in the Starhawk Limited Edition, there will be $20 of additional downloadable content, including the original Warhawk game that Starhawk is loosely based off of. Not the Warhawk game, though, that came out in 2007. That was a lot of fun and really cool. This is the PlayStation 1 Warhawk game. So if you want to play the jaggy, polygonal game from, 1994, whenever it was it came out.
And I do.
And why wouldn't you? You can get that as a free download along with Starhawk. I'll probably be picking up Starhawk anyway, but
whatever.
Actually,
I have no idea what that game is even.
Well, I'll show you sometime.
Well,
all right then.
Do tell.
Hasbro has announced that a new version of Laser Tag coming out at the end of this summer will incorporate the iPhone or the iPod Touch. And what it will do is attach to the top of the gun and become a heads-up display. It will keep track of your stats and score. It will upload your scores to an online leaderboard. And if you have no friends, it will put virtual enemies in your crosshairs. So as you move around, you can spot them and shoot them, and they will shoot back.
That's depressing.
Why is that depressing?
If you have no friends, we'll create something with you. Thank you, iPhone. How about some Android support? Come on, really?
Yeah, that's the one thing. Although the main reason is because Android phones are different shapes and sizes, whereas iPhones and iPod Touches are all 99% the same.
So, all you nerds with your eye stuff can go out there now and shoot your non-friends because you, in fact, have eye stuff.
There you go.
Apple, I hate you. There you go. I'm just going to say it. Burn.
The UMD Passport program that had been announced for the PlayStation Vita is not coming to North America.
Suck it, Europeans.
No. The Japanese are getting it. Europeans might be getting it. We are not.
Okay, you get a pass, Europeans. You Japanese, though, sucks to be you.
No, they get it. We don't.
Isn't that good?
No, it's bad for us. It's good for them.
Damn you, Japanese.
The way it worked is you could take your PSP and put in a UMD game, and it would upload some sort of code to the network. Then you would pull out your Vita, connect to your account, and it would go, oh, you had that game on UMD, and download a digital version to your Vita so you could keep playing your game. So you could take all your old UMD games and now play them on your Vita with the download.
Oh, you dirty sons of...
So they get to do it.
They just want our American dollars. That's all that is. They're like, oh, they got money.
So yeah. So all of you who have games on UMD, you better keep your old PSPs if you want to keep playing them. All 5 of you who still play your PSP.
So I'm just gonna say this: Sony racist, and 2,
ooh,
I'm not gonna buy your stupid Vita. How about that?
Yeah, until Vita drops like maybe $99, which will probably be in like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half.
When it's sitting there in a clearance bin next to your crappy Go, then I might pick it up. I might look at your dumb device that screws me because I'm American, and I might give it a gander. Okay, if you're lucky.
All
Hope
right.
you lose some more money, jerks.
Tim Schafer of Double Fine Entertainment, after getting through with the Double Fine Adventure and getting his crew on board for that, he made comments that he really wanted to do Psychonauts 2 as well, but he really needed $1 million to get that started, and he just couldn't find anyone who had $1 million. Well, as it turns out, Marcus Notch Person, the creator of Minecraft, tweeted back to him saying, hey, let's make it happen. I got $1 million. Let's go. P.S. I'm serious. So, looks like we may be getting a Psychonauts 2 after all, and it could be all thanks to the creator of Minecraft.
Just seems to me like, did you not try Kickstarter? Seems to work for everybody else.
It might have been something to look at, but well, because they didn't think they would get $1 million on Kickstarter.
Well, you gotta try.
So they got $1 million now. So maybe as a bonus for the Double Fine Adventure, they'll add on like Psychonauts 2 as like a bonus level or something.
Man, you know what? It's just Facebook all over again. Kind of a business deal. Better watch out.
Someone's gonna make a whole lot of money.
Watch out, Zuckerberg. Right. He's gonna take your money.
Finally, David Jaffe, the creator of Twisted Metal and working now at Eat, Sleep, Play Games, has announced that Eat, Sleep, Play is in fact going to be laying off a bunch of team members. And after Twisted Metal ships and they work out some of the initial bugs and updates, he will be leaving the company to pursue other gaming options.
So apparently it's too much eating and sleeping going on in that company. They had to get rid of some people, huh?
Well, probably because they said their first game, Calling All Cars, was a casual game on the PlayStation Network. Didn't do too well. Twisted Metal not taking off, I guess, as much as they hoped with pre-orders and whatnot. And so now he's just going to move to, he said, quote-unquote, stuff in the browser space and gamer-centric. So browser space, he's going to Facebook.
So he's going
to start working at Zynga.
So he's not going to make any money.
No, he's going to make money working at Facebook, not making games for PlayStation.
Yeah, there you go. PlayStation, racist.
He's like, well, I was all about Vita development, but since they hate us people in North America, screw them.
Jerks.
Yep. All right, guys, that's it for the news for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe there is
I did.
something to get out of this.
There's a couple things.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back,
talking about you, Sony,
we are going to look at some of the game releases coming out this week. All right, welcome back to the news desk. The news desk. Yes, we're doing the news desk.
Really?
I'm taking over this show, too.
Take 2.
Welcome to the Video Game Losers. We are back, and we're here to talk about some of the new releases coming out this week. Hit them. School them. Knock them dead.
Hold on. Oh, they're arguing in the booth.
Wait, you have an earpiece?
Yeah, you didn't get one?
No. They didn't give it. They took away my old one.
Oh, they're going to talk
one.
to you after the show.
Oh.
You're in bad news.
I'm being future endeavored.
Okay, so we have a lot of releases. Of course, with the Vita dropping, there is a massive amount of titles dropping for the Vita, specifically. But also, there's the normal amount of games that you would expect every week. So this segment doesn't go over too far. We're going to go through them a little quicker than usual. Deal with it. Okay.
So cold.
First up for the PC, we have Alan Wake. Now, it is also additionally on the 360, but that was previously released, and now it's finally on the PC. Now, this is basically a psychological action thriller. Looks just like a Resident Evil style game, and the cool thing about it is you get the narration of what you're doing as you're playing. So, cool little story, survival, horror style game, and it's nothing new. You've seen it before. But, looks cool. You get a flashlight like you're playing Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
So, there you go.
I'll play some Luigi's Mansion.
Now it's on the PC.
Can I just play Luigi's Mansion, pretend I'm playing Alan Wake?
No.
Oh,
you can't
man. All right.
See, up next for the 360, we have a Pinball FX2 Epic Quest.
Ooh.
So, here's just another random pinball game.
Yeah, I'll play it.
For the 360, so I mean, there's about 400 of these going on. So, but now another one.
Yay!
In case you're tired of
I'll
playing Magic Quest Pinball or whatever you play.
You mean Zen Pinball?
Zen Pinball. Oh, it chills you out, man. It chills you out. Up next for the 3DS, we do have Mario Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games.
Wait, but the games haven't happened yet. How can they do the game?
Well, this is a future endeavor where they will. I guess Mario may take the gold. Could be Sonic. Who knows? But if you buy the game, you'll find out.
Seems a little
How
shady.
about that?
Seems a little shady.
Well, it's like a lottery ticket. You just buy it and see what happens.
Oh, I bought lottery tickets. I haven't checked them yet. Thanks for mentioning that. I need to check my lottery tickets.
Okay.
I might not be doing this show anymore.
Up next, we have a game called B Units. Build It. Now, this is for the Wii and DS. It sounds really dirty, but this, in fact, is like a Sims style kids game. You know those games like the Backyard Sports?
Right.
It's that kind of game, but like a Bob the Builder style.
So does B unit mean backyard unit?
Maybe it means.
Oh, okay, yeah, good call. Good call.
Backyard, yeah, backyard. Good job.
Backyardigans. All right, what's up next?
All right. Up next for the 360, PS3, and Vita is a game called BlazBlue Continuum Shift Extend. BlazBlue. It's just a fighting game. It's like an anime base, very popular in Japan. Now it's being ported over to here to the U.S., but it's kind of like a Darkstalkers anime Capcom fighting style game.
Oh, well, okay, so it might be fun.
For all you
fighting fans,
people down in Sony who are ripping us off, I'm sure you'll you know what that is.
So it's Pazuzu Chronicles?
BlazBlue.
Oh.
Okay, up next, finally we're getting UFC Undisputed 3.
Oh, wow, I've been waiting for this one.
You're going to get this on a 360 and the PS3. Okay. Basically, you're just getting an updated roster, you're getting a couple new modes in the game, and you're getting an extended online play. So now you can kick the crap out of some random kid anywhere in the world.
No, but what I want to know is, do they have a random drug testing failure mode? Where just at any given time, the guy you're playing with just, is, found dirty for steroids and he loses the title?
Well, have you ever played this game?
No, but I know it happens all the time in UFC nowadays.
Well, let me tell you about the UFC game. This game is the most irritating, bogus game ever to exist. And I'll tell you why. Because on a fighting game, you get some skills, you'd be like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. On a UFC game, you can get sucker punched once and knocked out and you lose. Like, I was playing the computer, I was beating the crap out for 2 or 3 matches, got into the next one, I was like, beating the crap out of this dude, and he just like kicks me in the head, and I'm just like, falling on the ground.
So it's like real
ding,
UFC.
Ding, ding, you're done. I'm like, what That's what just happened.
That's like real UFC.
Yeah.
They go, hey, we got an awesome main event for you, and then it's like 3 seconds done.
So watch out for sucker punches, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It happens. Up next, we have for the PS3, the Grand Slam Tennis 2. PS3 360.
Yes.
So,
I have a tattoo with the release date right there. I'd show you, but I'm wearing long sleeves.
Grand Slam Tennis 2.
That's right. Grand Slam Tennis 1, no good, but 2?
What do you want me to say about this tennis?
I want you to talk about the Denny's Grand Slam.
Oh, that is for $4.95 starting out at your local participating Denny's. You get 2 eggs of bacon, 2 bacon.
Man, you want to go to Denny's after this?
I kind of really do. So
I want some pancakes.
That's way better than tennis. Okay, so up for the PC next, we have a Telepath RPG, Servants of God. Just another straight up RPG for the PC, like they've done thousands of times.
It's called Servants of God. I was hoping you'd like convert the heathens.
But it's got the word telepath in this one, so you can kind of understand what you're going to get going on there. Kind of a new twist on the RPG element, but it is what it is. Up next for the 3DS now. Ooh, another 3DS title. One of its first RPGs is going to be Tales of the Abyss. Now, this was what was the system?
PS2.
PS2, yeah. PS2 RPG that came out several years ago. Now finally you're getting up a new version of it, and it's going to be on the 3DS. RPGs on handhelds are probably the best games for me for handheld. So that is my buy. So up
Do you have a
next,
price on that one?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I didn't get pricing information this week. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm about to leave for New York. I didn't have time.
Likely story.
Up next, we have for the PC a strategy game called Crusader Kings 2. Now, if you're familiar with the Crusader Kings franchise, this is pretty much the same game, just updated. You're going to do the territory thing. It's it's not new. There's 1,000 games like it. Whatever.
Why do you even bring it up? Like,
I'm letting you know it's coming out.
But we don't have to list every game that comes out.
I do. The games, some of the games I even wrote right here, so I could say that.
Well, how come we're not talking all the Android releases? And,
I skipped some of the dumb stuff.
Oh, huh.
But Crusader Kings. Okay, for the PSP, we got a. It's another Japanese game, so let me try to enunciate here. Hakorakai. Hakorakai. Demon of the Fleeting Blossom. So this is a adventure game, kind of similar to like a God of War, Devil May Cry style game on the PSP, and probably will be one of the last remaining PSP games to come out in a while. So check it out. Get your last chance to get on that old hardware before they force you to slave you into a Vita. And to me, I say down with Vita. Resistance.
You're gonna occupy Sony?
Occupy Sony. I don't got time for them. They're losing money. They're gonna be out of business.
You think Sony's gonna be out of business? They're going down like the Atari Jaguar.
Okay. Up next, we have for the PC action-adventure game called Dear Esther. Apparently, this is some kind of experimental ghost story game that plays more or less than a point-and-click movie, or one of those games.
It's like
a game you don't feel like you're even playing because you're just like, oh, that happens. Oh, this happens.
Like imagine Myst, but with no puzzles. That's kind of what it is.
I didn't even like Myst.
There are a lot of people that say it's not even really a game. It's just a thing on your computer.
Well, they're wrong, because it's a game for the PC. Okay, up next on the PS3, you're getting the release of Twisted Metal for a download.
Yay!
So the, I guess, remastered version of the game that you love in the past, now you can get it for the PS3 on the download.
I love Twisted Metal.
Please support Twisted Metal. Keep it alive. It was a fun game. And for a lot of you, it was like the game to play back in the day. So if you got some friends online, you want to smack them down with some old school flavor, Twisted Metal is for you, and it's available starting this Valentine's Day. Up next,
Play with the one you love.
Another Sims game.
Yes! I was just thinking I need more stuff for my Sims.
Well, for all you with the Sims 3, fret not. You have a new expansion. It is Hidden Springs. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
No IKEA furniture in this one?
It's not really that kind of thing. It's just like a location expansion.
Oh. See, I need new wallpaper.
Look, you're already making me talk about it more than I wanted to, so Can we not
You're
even-
welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
For 3DS, we have Tekken 3D Prime Edition.
Mm.
So an updated version of the Tekken game with some 3D effects and a couple extra modes and stuff like that.
That'd
So
be nice.
if you like the Tekken franchise and you have the 3DS, this will be the game for you to purchase.
But still no Battle Arena to Shinden
Not yet.
on 3DS.
No.
4 people got that joke. So
So we got 3 more here before we start talking about the Vita.
all
Crap.
the Vita stuff?
Vita
Okay.
crap. We have for the Wii we have Rhythm Heaven Fever. It is of course a puzzle rhythm style game, and it's great for your girlfriend to have to leave you alone for the night or so.
But you can't play it?
You could play it, but it's I don't really see a bunch of guys hanging out playing. Yeah, puzzles.
Forget chicks, guys. I gotta dance.
And speaking of girlfriends, here we got another game for the 360. We got the Zumba Fitness Rush. So for all you
You could do Zumba
you
Fitness.
fit people that want to move it on from the Wii Fit and over to the 360, well, here you go. You get another expansion to what you currently have. This is the second installment of the Zumba Fitness, but it's called Rush. Zumba Fitness Rush.
So therefore, it is different.
It is different. It's now they yell at you like this. You know? Now they tell you you're doing it wrong like this. And finally, the last game we have for the PC, PS3, and 360 is a game called Warp. Now, this is a puzzle-based stealth action game that looks like it could be almost an expansion to like a Little Big Planet. I mean, it has that kind of a character reference, and you're basically sneaking around, solving puzzles. Puzzle stealth action game
Okay.
called Warp.
I might try that.
Looks like fun. And lucky for all you, you're going to get that a day early as it releases on the 13th.
You mean today? The day this episode airs.
It is a download, so check it out on the networks and see if you can get that. Now, with those out of the way, let's get through the releasing titles of the Vita launch. Now, for all you guys out there who want to continue to support the fascist people at Sony, here's the games that you may want to pick up. Screw Vita, man. I'm going to go down the list of what's coming out, and then, you make your decision whether or not you want to support communism. So, Ben 10 is coming out, Galactic Racing. It's going to be like a
Galactic Racing.
Mario Kart.
Because that's what you think of when you think of Ben 10.
Well, it's Mario Kart, but Ben 10. We got a game called Little Deviants. I have no idea what that's about. Next up, we have Wipeout 2048.
Those are fun.
We have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That's nice.
Okay, that game, obviously is already out. Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Yes.
You get Virtual Tennis 4, the World Tour Edition.
That one's for you.
FIFA Soccer.
That one's also for you.
That's for everybody else in the world but us US people. Rayman Origins. Rayman.
Another Rayman game.
Origins, though. It's the Origin game.
Oh.
We're getting Loomies. Electronic Symphony.
That's Luminous.
No, I call it Loomies.
No, it's Luminous.
I call it Loomies.
It's Luminous.
I don't pronounce it.
And an exploit in the original Luminous allowed you to put your own custom firmware on the PSP. Little piece of trivia for you, huh?
That's true.
Huh?
That's
You'll
true.
never get asked that question. But you've got the answer.
And of course, BlazBlue is coming out, which we already talked about previously.
Pazuzu, my favorite.
Michael Jackson The Experience HD.
Whoa!
It is listed as a puzzle game.
Whatever happened to that guy? I haven't seen anything new from him in a while.
I heard he died.
No, that's not.
Shocking.
That's one of those things like the kid from Saved
Shock-
by the Bell when they said he was dead. And he's
Shocking.
He's not dead.
And we got F1 2011. A little driving game for you. We got Mod Nation Racers Road Trip.
Mod Nation Racers, that's cool.
Yeah, another dumb game. Reality Fighters.
It's not Reality Fighters?
Wait.
Reality. They're selling houses and they're fighting.
Wow.
Call your realtor.
I'm not even going to correct that one. I'm going to let you be like, really? There is? And then we got Hot Shots Golf World Invitational, because I swear to God, Sony loves the Hot Shots Golf franchise.
Well, who doesn't?
That game has been released thousands of times. And we got Asphalt Injection.
Oh, I do like the Asphalt
Yet
games.
another driving game.
I do like Asphalt, so.
So it looks like you're going to get a lot of some fighting, some driving, some sports. And not even good sports. You're getting like weird, random, like
Soccer and tennis.
Soccer.
Oh, I'm sorry, football.
And golf.
Golf.
And some reality fighting. So basically that's it for the releases
Beige
for
carpet.
this week. For
New
all you guys
wallpaper.
out there waiting for the Vita, it's finally here, and you're going to get a bunch of games. A pretty good, decent amount of games for the launch window.
You know, if you are buying a Vita, will you let us know? Either send us an email to killinpopculturenetwork.com, dirtpopculturenetwork.com, or come to popculturenetwork.com, jump into the forums, and talk about it. I want to know if you are planning on getting a Vita, like right now. Why? Just let us know. I want to know why. Like, why are you buying a Vita?
I'm curious why you want it. Like, I can't even...
I'm not going to make fun of you for it.
I ain't even done with PSP yet.
I actually have unplayed
I'm
PSP
not even
games.
started on the PSP. Let me put it that way. Okay, I have a PSP. I played it like... I might have 12 hours on my PSP.
Wow.
Yeah, I barely play it. I don't like the handheld stuff so much. So, I just can't find a reason to go out and buy another one.
For $300.
Right, it's insane right now. There's
So.
too much other stuff going on. Too many other great titles and games and stuff coming out. I just can't do the Vita right now. When the price drops and it's like... or one walks through the door and I get to claim it that way, yeah, I'll do it that.
If I was the type of person that
I'm not excited for
sat on a train for like an hour every day to go to work and an hour every day to come home,
Oh, yeah.
I probably would.
Easy.
I probably would, but I mean, other than that, I can't really think of. You fly all the time. You're always in an airplane. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, and plus, like, the popularity of tablets and stuff like that now, and all the games...
Well, yeah, but I mean, you play a game... If you ever play a game on the iPhone, it sucks compared to playing it on...
Yeah, but if you play it on a tablet, all of a sudden that game's not so bad. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's nice to have physical buttons and a physical direction pad, because doing it touchscreen just never quite works.
Yeah, well,
The only way it ever works is if it's like, oh, I don't know, slicing fruit. You know, then it seems to work.
you
okay.
should not support Sony if they're going to do us like that.
You know,
Rise
you
up.
think it's going to be a good investment, but just like the iPod, wait until Microsoft makes their own. Because they're really going to show you how it's done.
Yeah, and that HD DVD, that's going to take off any day.
I'm going to go home and watch King Kong. All right, guys, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to do the fan corner. Yay! For you guys. And we're going to give away another t-shirt and talk about the prize for next week.
Woo!
So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Woo!
Hey guys, Dirt here. Don't forget to check out the news desk every Saturday on the Pop Culture Network. We're going to be talking about this week's releases of toys. If you want to know all the toy news of everything that's going on, that's ever been worthwhile, that's ever worth a penny of your hard-earned money, you're going to check out the news desk, popculturenetwork.com. Every Saturday, make sure you check it out. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Video Game Loser, Segment 3, the Fan Corner.
Yeah, what about it?
Questions from you guys, and we're giving away a t-shirt. So let's see who wins. First up, last week's winner, the Burger General. Can he win again, or is he out since he won last time?
I don't know. If you're the most amazing question again, I guess you win again. But for the most part, I will try to spread these prizes out as best as possible so everybody gets a shot.
All right. Well, Burger General says, hey guys, were you ever disappointed we never received a truly great Masters of the Universe video game? I would have loved a beat-em-up style game similar to Turtles in Time or the Power Ranger titles. Mm-hmm. How cool would it have been to be able to select from He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, or Ram-Man? Maybe you could have always been Adam the first half of each level before acquiring the Power Sword. The end of each level could have should have accompanied such villains as Stinkor, Fakor, Webstor, Beastman, etc. Even the final level taking place at Snake Mountain versus Skeletor. Or a fighter similar to the Turtles Tournament Fighter would have also been amazing. What do you guys think? What style Masters of the Universe game do you wish was released?
Oh, easy. MMORPG. For Master of the Universe? Oh, yeah. That'd be like a World of Warcraft that's all Master of the Universe stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah, but it would never work because they would complain about everything in that game.
Well, they could get like some of the original artists and stuff, and help write the stories out and do the artwork, because all those people, they don't have jobs right now. You know what I mean? They'd definitely go for that.
The game I would love to see is a match 3 game. So you have a He-Man head, and a Man-at-Arms head, and a Stinkor head, and you got to move them till you line up 3 of them, and then they go away. That's all I'm really looking for.
Wow, what a waste of a property. So yeah, MMORPG would be the best way to go with that.
What about...
Or I could do the Turtles in Time kind of thing. That'd be
What about something like Saints Row 4 Eternia?
Wow.
So you can just run around, you jack a Wind Raider.
And then go pimp it out.
You go do a run on Snake Mountain where you got to run in and just steal some of the Diamond Ray Disappearance and get out of there.
And then take one of their prostitutes home. Doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
So, something like that might work.
Oh,
that'd be
okay
cool.
with that, I guess.
Right. Nasty Will.
Oh, my favorite.
Nasty Will. He says, "Hey peeps, since the Simpsons arcade game is out, which other arcade games would you like to see come out? I would love to see the G.I. Joe game, the Capcom Alien vs. Predator game, the Spider-Man 4-player games by Sega, and the real Ghostbusters by Data East."
Oh, I don't know about that one. Yeah, the Simpsons arcade game that's probably one of my all-time favorite games. So I'm super happy about that. But I loved all the Konami games back then on the arcade. The X-Men game was amazing.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
Captain America and the Avengers.
Oh, yeah, Captain America and Avengers was great.
I would love to play that one again. I had that on the Commodore 64.
I'd like to see them to go and remaster those games like they've done with like the Turtles in Time game.
Yeah, it's funny. The first time I read this is how stupid I am. I didn't even pick up the fact he was talking about licensed games. I was just thinking like side-scrolling beat-em-up type games in the arcade, and the game that instantly popped into my mind was Ninja Warriors. If you remember that one, it was the one that had 3 screens, and you had like a blue ninja and a red ninja, and they were walking, and they would slice with their knives and throw stars, and then as they took damage, little parts of them would blow off, and you'd find out that they were actually cyborgs. So you'd end up with this cyborg thing walking at the end of the level, slicing guys up. But
I think another arcade game that I really loved was, I think it was like Time Warriors, maybe? I think that's the name of it, where you select different characters from different parts of time, and they had weapons, and you could fight. It was a fighting game.
Is it the one like you chop the guy's arm off and stuff? Yeah. Totally.
That game was amazing.
I totally remember that one.
That was a great game that I played a lot of. And then there was like a Viking football game that was like the Doors versus the Orcs. That was a really fun. I think it was called Pigskin. Maybe that was the game of it. It was a really fun arcade game.
Well, if there's one licensed arcade game I'd love to see remade, that would be Revolution X starring Aerosmith.
Oh.
I think that would be the one I'd go for.
Really?
Yeah. The one.
American Idol edition, huh?
No, I'd go for the National Anthem edition.
Huh.
So. All right, guys. Spider-Fan 05. Hey, guys. Orko's question last week reminded me of that one episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
Do you like him?
Yeah, it's funny.
I like him. For the most part, after a while, I get kind of tired of him. Because it's like, he swears, but there are points when it gets so ridiculous that after a while, you're like, okay, could you just stop swearing for 5 minutes so you can get through what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, he gets a little corny sometimes, but, I mean, that's the gimmick, right?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess if it's your first time getting in, you've ever seen it. But anyway, he continues. Spiderfan05 says, "What is your stance on hardcore gaming versus casual gaming? Where do you classify yourselves, and how do you feel about gamers who take their gaming way too seriously?" Well, casual versus hardcore, I don't know. My thing is, I like hardcore games and I like casual games. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with playing casual games. I enjoy like taking 5 minutes here to play something or 10 minutes there to play something, as opposed to sitting down for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, I think he means like, where do you put yourself at? And I would say, am I a hardcore gamer or a casual gamer? I am a forced casual gamer, and let me explain why. As I was younger and growing up in my my late teens and stuff like that, I played games all day long as much as I could, and then life got in the way. And then I had a child, and then I have the girl, and then I have the businesses and work and all that. And now I am what I would call a forced casual player, because the little time I do have, I want to play. But then sometimes you're just too tired, and the days just kind of drain you out, and your mind's blown. You don't want to play. You don't want to get involved in anything that's too intricate, because if you start playing for a day and then you have to skip a couple days, you'll lose interest. So. Right. I'm a forced casual player.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I get once or twice a month that I can sit down and play for a couple hours, and that's pretty much about it. Otherwise, it's 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and that's pretty much how it goes. And also, because I have 2 little kids in the house, there are a lot of games I want to play. I might have time at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to play Saints Row, but if my daughter's home, I am not going to be playing Saints Row.
I mean, by all means, let me go on an airplane and crash on a deserted island with nothing but video games to play all day. Then I will be what I would call a happily hardcore.
Yeah, but
gamer.
you would crash with a Vita.
Oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah.
all you would have.
That'd be the worst.
All right.
Ever.
Yoda Soup. He asks, if you could choose someone famous to design a video game, who would you choose? I'd choose either Charlie Sheen or Gary Busey.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine the endless amounts of awesome craziness their games would have?
Yeah, Gary Busey would. You'd be like, it's a mechanical tiger.
You must travel to see the shaman. Actually, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there was an unreleased game on Sega CD that made in the bootleg underground. You can download, burn to a disc, and play in your Sega CD. It's from Penn and Teller, called Smoke and Mirrors. And it has some of the most bizarre mini games. There's one that's famous on there. It's like a road trip from like San Diego to Las Vegas. You drive in real time in a car on a bus, and there's nothing but desert. You know, it's like you drive out of town and you just see desert and cactuses and absolutely nothing. And the bus just leans a little bit to the side. So if you let go of the controls long enough, you'll just go over to the side and crash. So you constantly have to tap to straighten it back out.
So you're driving a bus?
For 8 hours. It's like an 8-hour nonstop.
Oh my god, you would have to play to see what happens when you get to the end, right?
You just get to the end and it goes, congratulations, you made it, and that's it.
I don't think... That's not an 8-hour drive. I've driven that. That's like more of like a...
Maybe it's a 16-hour drive or something.
It's a 3-hour drive.
Whatever it is, it's like super long and annoying, and there's some fraternity that every year plays it to raise money for charity. So
that sucks.
Crazy game. All right, also, Yoda Soup adds, if Lego ever got the rights to Tron, what would you guys think of a Tron Lego game? See, a little bit for you, a little bit for me, try to mix it together.
You're just trying to get us to marry each other on that question, and I can't do it. It's Tron, and first of all, I have no interest in Tron.
But it's Lego.
That's not fair. Well, you know what? I like the Lego games, but I don't go out to buy them. I think they're funny and they're clever and they're fun, but I don't own any of those games.
Right. I was just going to say, I would buy it because it's Tron, but I don't know how much I would play it. 2 weeks ago, I was in GameStop with my son, and they had the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego game. And so he wanted to play 2-player, so we stood there and played 2-player for about 5 minutes. And after about 5 minutes, I was done. Like, I didn't want to play any more Lego.
I think the game is great. I think it's made very well, and it's very good. I don't know, something about the game I just can't get into. I think it's funny. I think they've done a great job in design and development. I would give that game an A, easy, just because how good it is. It's just for some reason I just can't get into that game.
Like, I tried Indiana Jones for a while. Played that one for a little bit, but after a while you just kind of lose interest in it because it's the same thing over and over. You know, so
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd buy it because it's Tron. I'd put it on the shelf, but
I would, if somebody sent it to me, I'd probably play it.
All right, up next, PB Joker, Hey Dirt and Killin'. Hey, that's us.
Hey, back at you.
What is one game or series that as a kid you couldn't beat, but rehashed the scars and plowed through to defeat? Back in 2002, I went back and played the SNES Star Wars series and finally put it to rest in one weekend.
That game you can cheat on so many different ways, and you have to.
Anything you ever went back?
There's games that drew me crazy, but I can't think of anything I went back and finally beat. Like, of course, the XCOM games,
right,
drive me insane. And to this day, I
still haven't beat them, but I play them all the time.
Yeah, I want to beat them so bad. It'll never happen.
Yeah.
There's so many games out there.
Yeah, but something that you went back to after several years.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something I actually beat. The game I like, ActRaiser. I love that game on the Super Nintendo. went back later and played it through and beat it. There was a great strategy game by Koei that came out on the Sega Genesis Super Nintendo called Gimme Liberty or Gimme Death. It was about the Civil War here in the United States. And that game was a real fun game that's kind of long. It sometimes gets tediously and boring. But if you start doing well in the game becomes tremendously better because, as you know in history, once the United States started kicking the crap out of the Britain people, then all of a sudden, the Dutch and the French came in and started handing you all kinds of good stuff. They didn't want nothing to do with us when we sucked, but when we started doing good, they were like, oh, here you go, money, weapons, troops. So it plays out the exact same way in the game. If you're getting the crap beat out of you, no one likes you, but if you start winning, then all of a sudden the game gets so much more enjoyable.
This is going to sound sad, but when I was working on my son's computer, fixing it up and getting it ready for him and everything, I installed Peggle on it. If you've ever seen Peggle, you shoot a little ball and it bounces off these targets and they disappear, and you just try to get all the little targets to disappear. It's from PopCap Games. Same people do Plants vs. Zombies and Bejeweled and things like that. And I hadn't played it for a while, but I put it on his computer, loaded it up, and I started playing it. And over the course of 2 days, I finally beat it. Finally beat Peggle. That's my great accomplishment. Peggle.
I thought you were going to say something like, I finally got high score in Clacks.
Oh, man, no, I wish. I wish on Clacks. All right, final question here. This is from The Rook. Was there a retro video game or current game that you played or still play with a friend, either competitively or cooperatively? My friend and I used to play NBA Jam on Sega Genesis together and try to defeat the computer by the most points possible. I would stand on one end and block the shot. In the Genesis version, it was easy to block, even though it was goaltending. And while still in the air from the block pass to my friend to the other end where he would drain a three. We would just keep doing that strategy and see how bad we could beat the computer. We recently started playing again. It's like going back in time. Love it. Nothing beats a little retro gaming with a friend. So cooperatively.
I don't have a retro game that, because I used to play a lot of solo games. But I will say, if you remember the game Battlefield 2, I mean it's not that old, but it is a little bit old, on the PC. Me and one of my friends would, of course we played at different, his house and I played at my house. We'd play online, but we had the Ventrilo server, so we could talk to each other while we played, and we would do nothing but get inside a helicopter because they were two-man, and we would go and he would drive the helicopter. He got really good at driving it, and I got really good at shooting people on the go, and we would do nothing but just get in that Apache and just murder the map all night long. It was the greatest, funnest thing that I could think of for a shooting game. So, if you're going to play a shooting game online, I got to say Battlefield is the bomb. Because you can do the troop things you want, or you can just get in anything you see on the ground and go that way.
Right. Terraria, I still play with my son. Philip has it on his computer. I have it on my computer. We hop online. His computer is in this room, and my computer's in this room. And the doorway's open, so we just holler back and forth at each other, and we play Terraria cooperatively. He kind of like when you and I played. He likes to build, and I like to explore. So I'll just go around and collect a bunch of blocks and drop them off back at the house, and he just keeps building, make stuff bigger. So
you can't think of anything growing up you played?
Growing up, no, because we didn't play cooperatively. Everything that we played, that we would sit there and play for hours and hours, was like Street Fighter. We played Street Fighter on Super Nintendo, eating was it the Mountain Jack cheddar cheese Doritos or whatever.
And drinking clear Pepsi.
And I don't think we ever drank clear Pepsi, but
Jumping Jack Doritos, the best ever.
They were fantastic.
They are the best ever. I claim them as my favorite of all time. If I can get those back and clear Pepsi back, happy days.
I don't know about clear Pepsi, but those were definitely the best.
Do you remember clear Pepsi?
Yeah, I've had it. I mean, I had it when it came out.
It was amazing.
It was all right.
I don't know. I don't even remember what it tastes like in my head, but I remember thinking this is the most amazing thing ever. And at the same time, the Jumping Jack Doritos were out, and I remember eating the crap out of those.
Yeah.
I still can taste them right now.
Actually, yeah, I was just sitting there going, So maybe if you live in another country and they still have the Jumping Jack Doritos, I don't care if they still say, best if eaten by 12/11/92.
Okay, I do.
Something like that.
I do. I would like to eat those again, but I don't want
You want them fresh?
And I would like to drink a clear Pepsi again, but I don't want to die. So, that's, I don't know. Those are my favorite things of the past. And I remember I would always be gaming, eating those, and drinking that. It's like I don't remember just like hanging out watching TV or anything. I only remember associating that with when I was eating something or...
Yeah, well, and even like going back to NBA Jam, I remember playing that, even into college. And we'd sit there and play NBA Jam, but it was never cooperatively. It was always like me and Patrick Ewing versus, my next door neighbor and George Clinton, and that was, we never played on the same team.
Yeah, I have brothers growing up, and we played games, but we never played together. We always played against each other.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, my littlest brother, after I, left for high school and came back from high school, stuff like that, my little brother was getting into gaming, and he wanted me to play Pokemon Stadium. No, not Pokemon Stadium, but Smash Brothers on the 64.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, I've never played it before, and I was like, okay, I'll play this game. I swear to God that he would find the cheapest, dirtiest way to kill me and lock me in a corner where I couldn't move, and he'd just be like, "What? Why do you suck? Why do you suck?" I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'd be like, okay, before we start the match, give me 5 minutes to move around so I can figure out what I'm doing, and then but he'd just be like beating the tar out of me, and then I'd be like, to this day, Smash Brothers on 64, I hate that game because I got totally devastated so many times in a row that I was like, you know what?
Just don't want to play it ever again.
Yeah, I hate you.
Ever again. All right, well, we're going to give away a shirt now. We've got Masters of the Universe question.
This is the hoverboard shirt.
So, so Masters of the Universe game, arcade remake, casual versus hardcore, someone famous to design a game, old game that you went back to defeat, or played cooperatively.
I'm going to say casual.
Casual versus hardcore?
Casual versus hardcore.
Casual versus hardcore.
For making me coin the term forced casual.
That is SpiderFan05.
You win the hoverboard shirt.
So, SpiderFan05, watch for a PM from Lord Killen here.
No, from you, because I'll be in New York.
Well, here, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, we're PMing you right now.
Right now.
We're just going to get your information, and we'll mail your shirt to you. And to the Burger General from last week, your shirt is on the way. You are in Canada, so it's going to take a little while. Not too long.
But it also cost you like $30 to send the shirt as opposed to $5 in the U.S.
No, and that's even high for the U.S. So,
all right. So what's on tap for next week?
So that's the shirts that we have for right now. Maybe we'll get some more later. But for next week, we have a couple things for at least 2 to 3 of you will win, and it is if you know what paper craft is, it's where you take paper, fold it up, and you make like people and stuff like that. We have a Wario figure. You can see here from Nintendo is a paper craft. We're basically going to send you a kit that you can cut out and form this Wario figure here. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but it is a fun little cool thing you can put on your shelf or whatever. And we're going to, me and him will sign them and send them to whoever the winner is. And we're going to send you unassembled so that you can have the fun of trying to figure out how this thing goes together, because it took me a couple minutes to do it. So that fun will wait you for next week. So please go on the forums at popculturenetwork.com, click on the forum button, and go into the video game category and look for the subcategory video game losers, and there you will find the fan thread where you can ask your questions, post your comments and stuff like that, and we'll do the same process again next week, and we'll pick about 2 to 3 of you to receive a Wario papercraft kit.
Woo! Look at these!
And again, we'll sign them on the headpiece here so that you can have our autograph if you know.
If you want.
No,
if you don't want us to.
No, you're getting it no matter what. So,
all right. Fair enough.
That's about it for this.
Okay, so a message was sent. Spider-Fan is, hopefully he'll be getting the message soon. So. All right, guys, I guess that's going to do it for this week. Don't forget, if you want to send us a voicemail message, which somebody did but it was really a minute and a half of them pressing buttons on the keypad. I don't know if they were trying to break into our voicemail system by typing in the code, but that's not how the voicemail system works. So sorry, Charlie, but I didn't feel like playing.
Maybe he was.
Minute and a half.
Maybe he was making music.
It wasn't.
Maybe
but it
he
wasn't.
was talking.
Yeah, so, I never thought about the fact that maybe he was a robot and he could only speak.
Well, maybe he couldn't speak. Maybe he was mute and he was doing the typing out his message.
Oh, so we gotta look at what the letters are and
Yeah.
see if it works.
No, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. But anyway, don't forget, if you do want to leave a voicemail message, you can call. It's area code 217-953-4025. Also, you can send a voicemail to killin@popculturenetwork.com
Voicemail, an email.
or dirt@popculturenetwork.com.
That would be an email, not a voicemail.
Did I say voicemail?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well, moving on. You can also come to popculturenetwork.com, join the forums, and leave, of course, a message in the thread for the fan corner if you want to try to win this stuff. Also, there's just lots of fun people talking about video games. And there's also apparently some show called like Operation Retro Shock, has something to do with games. They also have a thing. Whatever those guys
That's
say.
for our British friends.
We have friends who are British?
I wouldn't.
Does anybody who's British have friends?
Don't tell them.
Oh, I see. All right. So, guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to go to shoppcn.com, where you can find some great deals on video games, toys, comic books, movies, pocket knives. Are the pocket knives online?
Sure.
Magazines.
Music CDs.
What?
Magazines, trades, collectibles.
Shot glasses, water bottles.
20,000 different items.
Including the Comic-Con exclusive DC Infinite Heroes Justice League pack.
All this,
really?
Oh, I bet that's going to be loud.
yeah, that's going to go on for a while, too.
So awesome. Lots of awesome stuff. Make sure you stop by shoppcn.com. And shut up, you! You can also buy the You can also buy the Charlie Sheen stand-up or the Green Lantern stand-up you saw in the background. We still have extras of those, right?
They're not online.
They're not online?
They're not.
Well, then you got to come to our store.
Yep.
Drive to our store. If you're in the Central Illinois area, drop us a line, send us an email, let us know. We'll give you the tour. The grand tour.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll even show you the first place Killen made out with a dude.
Oh, really? I would like to see that place.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Anything else you need to add?
See you next week.
Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time here on the Video Game Losers.
Really?
We're just going to let it keep going. Thanks, man. Aquaman. He's got the power. He's got the touch.
Is it done?
Yeah, it's done.
Yay.